trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. Anthony Edwards out there with Goose. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for the Jazz, we've got Williams. Trae Young is out there with Finley. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Burton in at the 5 spot. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team. You can't stand him if he's playing against you. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's DeRozan. Pass to Cox. Gobert with the screen on Young. Here's Cox. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Well, talk about a meteoric rise, and not just about yours, Greg, but about MP, because he's become the face of this franchise in near breakneck speed.
And it didn't take long for this team to recognize they found someone special with MP. There were expectations from him, but very few people thought he'd get this important this fast.
Now here's DeRozan to the inside. Cox the pass to DeRozan. Finley with the rebound.
That's the first miss.
He swipes the ball away again.
Causing that turnover in a big game. This is what he does.
Now claiming the franchise record for most steals in a single season. Simply remarkable.
What more can we say about MP's impact defensively? He's the guy opposing ball handlers fear most. The anticipation skills largely unparalleled, and now how about owning the franchise record for most steals in a season?
Here's Cox. Following the basket by Trae Young. Towns gets a screen from Cox. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Rebounded by Hart. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Finley. Edwards defending. Pass to Williams. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Connects. The jumper drops.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
So, Clark, when you look at the MVP voting over the last few years, it has been dominated by the big men, especially 7-footers.
Yeah, pretty unique, right? For years, 7-footers didn't get much MVP love, and this stuff is somewhat sick. Out of bounds. Minnesota ball.
Deontay Jokic, he's checked in for Hart. Minnesota leading by 4. Here's Cox. He has 6. Towns is doubled. Pass to Cox. That shot no good. Nice D from Williams. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Goose in their last matchup against Orlando was tremendous. He picked up 39 points, and he was a contributor on the defensive end as well. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. See what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
Well, this team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention, and it opens up opportunities for others.
Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
I mean, one is a playoff team. The other, question mark, ... not so much. But things change, and you're only as good as your last win. So We'll see how they handle things tonight.
George against Edwards. Releases from 15. George, no good. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Magic.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
And let's catch up now with the terrific Shams Charania, who's got some news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. With time winding down before the trade deadline, it's the New York Knicks making the news. They're bringing in Miles Bridges to shore up the front court of this team. Bridges is a minutes-eating, rebound-grabbing, explosive finisher, and I'm told this club knows that a player like Bridges brings competitive edge in close games. That boosts your chances to win in crunch time.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us. So, Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Burton. Maxson comes in for Williams. Marcus Sasser's checked in for Finley. And it's Collier in for Trae Young. And then for Minnesota, Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert. And Oubre subbed in for Towns. Here's Sasser. Good on the triple.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Oubre scores after the quick crossover.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
The three from George. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Minnesota going into the break.
Mismatch.
Goodwin comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Mitchell in for Paxson. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Goose comes in for Kelly Oubre. Here's Cox, defended by George. Cox, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Dillingham. Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Edwards. And it's Cox in at the point guard position. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Down by 12. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Man, that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against.
You know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Burton's checked in for the Jazz. Young comes in for Mitchell. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Sasser. Baseline try. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Young outside. Goes up the baseline. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 13. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This is Gobert's comfort zone, using his size to capitalize down there.
And Young kicks to George. Pass to Sasser. Back to George. Jazz passing it around. A nice shot by Young.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Cox. A three-pointer off the mark.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
George passes to Burton. Back to George. 18 feet out. That one wide left.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Williams, a screen on Young. Tipped away. Cox, the pass to Edwards. Edwards at full speed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
A different look for Utah. Hart, he's checked in for Marcus Sasser. Williams comes in for George. And it's Finley in for Collins. And then for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Grant Williams. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Dillingham.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Burton, the pass to Williams. Here's Hart. He's covered by Cox. Pass to Finley. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Cox. Cox has got 5 rebounds tonight. And the basket by Edwards.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And Young kicks to Finley. 1:06 left in the first half. There's the pick. Williams for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Cox has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Set up.
Gobert, the screen. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Dillingham's checked in for Edwards. All free throws good from Cox.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
They get it back.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And here's Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart defense all game long.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting at a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Timberwolves.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Trae Young is out there with Finley. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Williams. And it's Burton in at the center. That's the group right now for Utah. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. And things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Naz Reid. David, what's the news?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves let me know the status. And, guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
The Jazz have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. Look at Milwaukee. They go.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Poked away. Pushing it up. Here's Cox.
Oh, big time.
And an incredible double clutch dunk. Wow.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here is Young. He's guarded by Cox.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota.
And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
And so Young will bring it up for the Jam. Fires, high post, and Utah again with the bucket.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Pass to Cox. Towns the screen. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Towns has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Minnesota. Cox, the pass to DeRozan. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
I love the shot preparation DeRozan shows there. Ready before he caught it.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on. I say the more the better. Has to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Here's Cox. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert with a screen on Young. Here's Cox. Drains it from 17 feet out. Cox has got 9 points in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Now Young. He's got 9. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. And it's Williams. That time the assist from Young. And that's now 6 points for Williams.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
Down low. Towns for 3. A rebound by the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Finley the pass to Young. Lets it go from the wing. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So both teams changing it up here. To the middle, here's Cox. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Cox has got 11 in the second half. Here's Collier, defended by Cox. Pass to Sasser. Williams, a screen on Oubre. To the paint. And then Williams slams it in.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Kevin, is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is in elite company.
Boy, I tell you, he's one of those guys, fellas, that just causes excitement simply by walking into the building.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Collier. Back to George. Over Dillingham. George, no good. Simmons with it. Here's Cox. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game. For the Timberwolves. Goodwin with it, working on Williams. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Sasser can't hit.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
On the court for Minnesota. Williams is out there with Kelly Oubre. That's Goose. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Simmons in at the small forward. Sasser can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here is George. Will it go? Minnesota with the rebound. Cox has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And that one drops for him. Cox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Shoots from 12. Good.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Cox, the pass to Oubre. And even 3-on-3 break. Collier, that's good. Collier's got his first bucket of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Cox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Look, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, Bird and Magic. Rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Williams, a screen on Young. Here's Cox. The rebound by Young. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Utah. The three. And the Jazz got another three.
And this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
Simmons passes to Cox. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
There's the steal. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Cox, defended by Young. With the second effort. And that one's good, Cox. Cox has got 38 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gouty win for the Timberwolves.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And guys, when you're going head-to-head against someone 4 times over the course of a season, it's a great feeling to snatch that first one. Good in-game adjustments tonight against Utah.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Goose.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Doubled by Cox. Finley the pass to Hart. Drops in the tray.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Young outside. Williams looking around. Pass to Young. From past the arc. Ben Simmons with the rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Cox, defended by Young. And here is Simmons over Hart. Simmons can't get it to go. They get a hand on it. Here's Cox. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
So it's been...
They really thought they... I hate the Spurs. Make sure you win tonight, or it's a long flight home.
Yo, I saw Twin get his first triple-double last night. Nice work. That boy's better watch out for MP, man.
Hey.